First of all, shout out to WarriorGripz. No, not that kind of WarriorGripz. WarriorGripz, the company that makes these really cool looking thumbstick grips. They provided me with a review set of these thumbstick grips, two different kinds to be perfectly honest. So in this video I'm going to give you my impressions of these thumbstick grips and are they worth it? Are they going to work for you? So this review is going to be broken up into three parts: the good, the bad, and the final thoughts. First of all, the good. They look really cool. They're made out of metal, so they're not going to wear down or anything like that. They're available in a variety of different styles. The two pairs that I was sent was Doom Guy and Crypt Keeper. So as I mentioned before, they are constructed of solid metal. They're not going to wear down, they're going to last forever. They also look really cool and they actually feel pretty cool too. They're definitely very unique and they work the way that they are advertised in the fact that your thumb is not going to slip off of your thumbstick while using one of these. In fact, in all the time that I spent playing with these, I didn't slip off once. They also add an additional 7mm of height to your thumbstick, so it gives you a little bit of extra control, a little bit of precision. And just speaking from experience, playing shooting games with an added height of your thumbstick does make it a lot easier to aim, and you don't feel like you're messing up as often. So these are all very good things, and you would think that given all those good things, that these would be solid and awesome. And they kind of are, but they're kind of not. Now we're on to the bad stuff. So I play games primarily on Xbox and PC, and regardless of which platform I'm playing on of those two, I'm always using an Xbox One controller. And these thumbstick grips are advertised to work on Xbox One, Xbox Series X controllers, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. And unfortunately, I'm sad to say that these things pop off so easy. Like I said, I'm using the standard Xbox One controller, the wireless one, with these thumbsticks, and they look really great, but they pop off so easy, as you can see in this video. I almost wonder if they were designed with the PS4 in mind, or maybe the PS5 thumbstick, because they're a slightly different shape, and maybe they'll fit them better. I hope so, because if you're watching this video and you're expecting it to blow your mind and you have a PlayStation, they may actually be good or better for you than they were for me. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like these thumb grips were made for the Xbox controller. They do fit technically, but they don't stay on very good. And I thought maybe it was just me, or maybe it was the type of game that I'm playing. Maybe I'm just being too rough. I tested these playing Gears 5 multiplayer and I couldn't even last a full match without them popping off. So I switched it up. I played some Geometry Wars 2 and I figured that would be better because in that game your thumbs never leave the thumbsticks. You're basically always on the thumbsticks. You don't have to take them off and put them back on and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But no, the same thing happened. And in this clip you can see the exact moment where the thumbstick popped off and I had to pause the game. So that's the biggest problem that I have with these thumbstick grips. I wish they would stay on because I really do like the way they feel. They do grip really well to your thumb, not the controller. Another issue I have is that they are metal, so they are a bit heavy when compared to your other thumbstick grips that are on the market. They're made out of rubber usually. But this being metal, it is heavy. And the problem is the Xbox One specifically, those thumbsticks were not really made to handle this amount of weight on it. I did a little comparison video, as you can see, comparing the thumbstick with no thumbstick grip with the WarriorGripz. I'm pulling all the way back and letting go, and you can see the amount of wobble on the right hand side with these WarriorGripz attached to the thumbstick. It wobbles so much more when you let go. So that messes you up a little bit because it kind of messes with your aim in a shooter. And it also vibrates the controller because when you let it go, there's such a huge force that it has to wobble back into place that it actually shakes the controller and it feels like a vibration. It would almost work better if the thumbsticks themselves had bigger and better resistance, because then it wouldn't wobble so much and feel so weird, but it's not very ideal for shooting games and fast-paced games at all. I've seen other reviews on YouTube about these WarriorGripz and they seem to really love it, but the ones I watched were reviewing the PlayStation controller, so it was like a PS4 controller with one of these, and it seemed to click on and snap on a lot better and a lot more snugly. So I'm hoping that that's the case, that these were designed with the PS4 and PS5 in mind, and they just so happen to fit the Xbox One controller, but it just doesn't work out so well. And so now we're on to the final thoughts. If you are primarily an Xbox gamer or a PC gamer like myself and you use the Xbox One controller almost exclusively, I can't recommend these, unfortunately. I want to say that I can, but I can't. And it's not like they pop off once every 5 or 6 hours. It's continuously. They'll last a couple of minutes before they start popping off. If you have a PlayStation 4 controller, these will probably fit a lot better than they will in the Xbox One controller, so you definitely should give it a try. It does work, and the fact that your thumbs will not slip off of it, the grip is really, really good. It grabs onto your thumb and it doesn't let go. It just doesn't hold on to the controller very well, at least for the Xbox controller. So those are my final thoughts. If you have a PlayStation controller, I would give it a shot. If you have an Xbox One controller, I would wait. I would recommend that WarriorGripz actually come out with one specifically made for the Xbox One or Xbox Series X controllers, one that fits better and doesn't pop off as easily. I'd be willing to give it another shot. Maybe they can reduce the weight a little bit as well. Maybe that'll help. I don't know, but it's almost there. It's almost there. Almost great, but not quite. But man, they take really good photos. It looks so cool in person. Maybe if you had some sort of adhesive or something that you could actually glue or stick these onto the thumbstick and they wouldn't pop off, I would like them a lot more, but I would still be dealing with the added weight and the wobbliness if you let go of the thumbstick. So it's kind of not a great solution, but it definitely could be one for some people out there. Some people might not be bothered by the wobbliness when you let go. Some people are less of a spaz than I am at playing games, and that's totally fine. But that's my honest review. Again, I want to thank WarriorGripz for sending me 2 pairs of these thumbstick grips. I'm going to be hanging on to them because in the future, I hope that they work for other controllers. I have a lot of different third-party controllers that I'm going to be cycling through and trying, so who knows, maybe this will work and pair perfectly well with one of those. But thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again soon.